Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. I am here in Las Vegas at CES, and the good people over at Insta360 hooked me up with a review unit of the Insta360 Ace Pro and a memory card. And so today I'm going to see if I can shoot pretty much all of my CES footage on this camera. It's supposed to be really great in low light. It has a flip up screen so that you can vlog with it really easily. So let's get it unboxed, see how it performs, and here we go. All right, first things first, let's see if I can even get this thing open. Normally I have my pocket knife with me, but since I'm traveling, I couldn't take it on the plane. So let me see if I can get through this plastic. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit of a challenge here. Let's see if I can be smarter than the box. And I don't know if I am. All right, let me see if I can find something to open this up with. All right, well, luckily I have a little SIM ejection tool, and I had one in my tech bag. So this should work nicely to cut through this plastic here. And there we go. All right, now we can go ahead and get the camera out of the box here. So toss that off to the side, see if how this thing opens up. There we go. And look at that. That's pretty nice presentation right off the bat. I really like that. And I like their color scheme. They've done this before with their 1-inch action camera, so the RS, I believe. And let's get this out. Look at that. That is very nice looking. It looks very much like a traditional action camera, except that it has this little trick right here. And let's see if we can do this right. And look at that, you have a screen that flips right on up. So if you're vlogging like this, you can see yourself perfectly. You don't have to worry about any guesswork. So, all right, let's see what else we have in the box here. And then let's get this thing charged up and ready to go. So, all right, let's see here. We have our silica gel, because we always have to have silica gel. All righty, let's see. We have a bunch of documentation, warranty cards. We have the waterproofing, what you need to know, because this is an action camera. It is waterproof as long as you do all the things you need to do to keep it waterproof. We have safety guidelines here. We have a quick start guide, which I'll probably use. We have some Insta360 stickers for you. We have a Think Bold sticker there, a couple of those there. And now the good stuff here. Let's see, we have in here, let's see, we have a mount. So, oh yeah, I forgot about this. This is actually, this camera actually has a magnetic mounting system. So right on the bottom here, it's, well, let me take this tag off here and let's get that off. See if we can peel that back. There we go. You'll see here on the bottom you have a magnetic mount with some clamps on there. You just simply stick it in, and let me see if I get this in there right. Oop, I think I might have, oh, I think I put it in, I might have put it in backwards. Let's see. Did I get it? Nope. Maybe I have to go in this way first. Hold on, let me see. There we go. Just have to get it in. Sometimes the first time when you're doing these things, it takes a minute to figure out where everything is just right. So, but here's the magnetic system. You can see it has sort of these finger style, action camera finger styles mounts there, so you can mount it up to all your sort of other action camera accessories that you probably already have. And let's see, this looks like it's going to be a charging cable, and I believe this is USB-C charging, so they gave us a USB-A to USB-C cable, which is very nice. And then we have in here also a action camera. This is a sticky base here. So, oh, look at that. Let's see. This is one of those sticky pads, it looks like, that is that's re-stickable. So you just have to save this little thing. Basically, all you have to do is wash this, and then it'll stick over and over and over again and remain tacky. So if you want to mount this to something like a car or a window or whatever, it's going to be really, really nice and easy to do and easy to reuse. So yeah. Now let's see. I think inside of here we should have a battery. So let's see if I can. Let's see if it's actually in the camera. Yep, they put it in the camera already. That's nice to see. So there is the battery. The particular kit that I have just came with one. So so there's that. And then on the other side here, this door is where you are going to have your USB-C and your micro SD card slot, so you can actually put your memory card in there. So, and you can charge the battery inside the camera. So there's that. All right, so far it feels really good. The camera has a little bit more weight to it than I was anticipating. It's a little bit heavier than I thought, so it feels very, very robust. I think part of that extra weight is that you have the flip-up screen, which is an extra part. You can tell right here the camera is very thin when you have the screen up. You can see how that is, and then when you fold it down here, it becomes a little bit thicker, not too much, but you can tell it actually adds some extra weight to it. So, all right, I think that should be everything in the box. Yeah, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get this, this battery charged up, and then we're gonna go out and test it and see how it performs. All right, well, I'm on the Ace Pro now, and I'm using the internal microphones of the camera. So I don't have a microphone adapter yet, so I'm going to be using the internal microphones of the camera. I do have a microphone that has an audio recorder clipped onto me, so I'll be recording here and syncing in post, but I wanted to give you a sample of what the internal audio sounds like, and you'll hear some as I go over to the showroom floor here at CES. So, all right, let's get to pushing, because I've been in this room long enough, and I want to go see some more cool tech. Everyone, I am over here at the Insta360 booth, and why? Because, well, I have an Insta360 camera. I figured why not go and shoot a little bit of what they have to offer. So let's just go check out the booth right quick and see what's good. Alright, so I'm recording now with the low light image stabilization off, and I'm using the built-in microphones, and this is just pretty much on auto right now. So one thing I like about this is that the screen is nice and bright, so you can actually see what you're shooting, and hopefully I look pretty good and not too bouncy or not too jittery with the the low light image stabilization turned off. But we'll see, because we're going to turn on the low light image stabilization and see how it performs. So let's switch over to that right now. And now the low light image stabilization is turned on, and as you can see, it is much darker. So it looks like what the camera is doing is actually increasing the shutter speed so that it doesn't you don't get all those motion jitters that you normally get with low light and image stabilization. So it looks like it's still keeping the image stabilization turned on, but increasing the shutter speed, which in turn is cutting the amount of light coming through, which is causing the overall scene to be darker. All right, everyone, so I left Las Vegas. I am now in sunny Southern California over in Solana Beach, and I'm gonna see if I can get a good looking time lapse or just get some shots of the ocean. So yeah, let's go shoot. Well, I am back from my CES Vegas trip, and I have to say, shooting with the Insta360 Ace, there are some things that I really like about it, and I have some thoughts on it. So let me go ahead and tell you what I like, what I don't like. First off, what I really like about this camera is the flip-up screen. It has a nice 2.4-inch large flip-up screen, which makes it perfect when you're vlogging. So you can look right at yourself, see the screen. It's just kind of perfect to make sure you're always properly framed up and composed. Now, it's also great because if you're shooting and you want to get a low angle, you can set the screen to say 90 degrees, and then you can just simply hold the camera by the screen or hold it however you want, and you can see your nice low angle without having to bend down in order to see your composition of your shot. Now, another good thing about this camera is the new magnetic mounting base, and I really love it because it's quick release, it's easy to swap out different mounts. The only thing is, I really wish they would have included more mounts with the camera itself. Because this is a new system, it's not like you're gonna have a bunch of them already laying around. So I wish they would have given us maybe like 5 to 10 different mounts, or maybe just one of each of the different types of mounts so that we could have gotten started. But I really wish they would have included a 1/4 20 thread tripod mount so we can put this easily on a tripod right out of the box. All right, well, the next good and bad point about the Insta360 Ace are the microphones. And the microphones actually sound pretty good. So the built-in mics, I think, sound pretty good. But anytime you're using built-in mics or on-camera microphones, if you move your camera a little bit away from your subject, you start to get some audio fall off. And so it's nice to be able to use wireless microphones. And it would be great if you can actually plug in directly to the USB-C port of this camera, but you can't. You need an audio adapter, which I don't have. And so I wasn't able to actually test some of the microphones that I wanted to test with this. And you are able to connect Bluetooth microphones to this camera, but for whatever reason, I had trouble getting it to work. It was a little bit clunky. It was kind of hard to get it to connect. I tried with the DJI wireless mic 2, but you can also connect with Bluetooth headsets. And so I'll do some testing with that later and see if I can actually get it to work right. But there are some options. I just think it would be a much simpler and more elegant solution if Insta360 allowed us to plug directly into the USB-C port of the camera. Now, another good thing about this camera is, well, the image quality, and that is of vital importance with any camera. And the Insta360 Ace Pro has a nice large 1/2-inch sensor, and it looks really good. If you're shooting in the daytime or at night, you're still going to get really nice looking footage. And I have to say, I'm fairly impressed because this is a new sensor for them as far as I know. And sometimes with new sensors, there's bugs to be worked out. But I find that the image out of the Insta360 Ace is absolutely wonderful, and I enjoy using it. Now, another good point is the image stabilization, and Insta360 has their flow state image stabilization, and to be perfectly honest with you, their image stabilization has been really good for a long time, and I would be more surprised if it wasn't good. So it's not really something that I'm gonna brag on with this camera because, well, it's good. It's been good. It's going to continue to be good at this point if they just simply maintain what they're currently doing. Now, they did add a new low light image stabilization mode on here, and that's pretty nice, but what it really does is just increase the shutter speed of your shot there so that it takes away some of those micro jitters that you get with low shutter speed and electronic image stabilization. So, it works. The problem with it is that it makes your image pretty dark. So if you're in a place where there's lots and lots of light and you're shooting, you can probably get away with it. But if you're in a place that's fairly dark and you put on the low light image stabilization, it's gonna get a bit dark and it may not work for you. So all in all, I have to say I really like this camera. I mean, the image quality is good. The audio quality from the microphones are pretty good. There's lots and lots of features I haven't even touched on because this is really sort of a first impressions video. But I wanted to see if I can actually use this as like a all-day camera if I'm shooting at CES. And I can. I was able to get some really nice footage with this camera. I was surprised that I was able to actually shoot fairly close up and it still looked really good. Now, unlike the Ace Pro, I'm not able to actually punch in 2x. With the Ace Pro, it has a 8K sensor in there, and so you can double tap the screen and it punches in and gives you a 2x zoom. I don't actually have that on the Ace. If I get the Ace Pro, I'll do some reviews and testing with that. But I was still able to shoot at CES and get footage that looks really nice indoors. And that was really surprising for me. I was able to shoot indoors. I was able to shoot outdoors. The footage looks really nice. So there you go. Now, if you want to see this camera compared with some other cameras, I am going to do some side-by-side comparisons, probably with a GoPro, maybe with the DJI Action 4. And we'll see how the image quality looks when you put them side by side. That's kind of where you can see some strengths and weaknesses in both cameras when you look at them both side by side. So I'm going to do that for you guys if you're interested. And if you are, make sure you subscribe so that you can check out those videos. So anyways, I'm going to leave links to this camera down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere and see the other products and services I've reviewed over time. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to this channel and follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.